Hi everyone, welcome back.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bridget.
And I'm Dana, and today's topic is
Self-awareness.
yes, very important.
So self-awareness is about managing your thoughts, your behavior, your emotions. So it's about being aware of yourself, which sounds so easy.
It's so not easy.
No.
People are really struggling to actually be honest with themselves and learn to love themselves.
Yeah, and just to be aware of you. So today we want to give you some tips on how to improve your self-awareness.
Okay, so tip number one.
Number one is keeping a journal. I know this is a bit of a big ask because it just seems a bit tedious and but keeping a journal is quite valuable in the sense that you can, stuff going on in your head, you can write down, you can reflect back on, you can almost, it's like it's having a conversation without someone responding.
So what I actually do, and I'll share, I've got a notebook that what I do, I just write stuff. I'm not telling stories, but I write down to myself the things that I want, the things that I'm afraid of, the things that I want to deal with. So I just write it down and, just to put it out there because
owning it.
sometimes you need to bring it from the inside to the out and you maybe don't feel comfortable to share with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So when you write it down, it's also, I think, organize things in your mind. So that's for me. I know that. And then you start writing it down and more things are coming and more things are coming. And then I leave it on the side and then I do other stuff and then I go back.
And you unpack.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just keep it all the time next to me. And whenever I feel like I just take it and write something down.
Yeah. So that's a good one. So that's number one. The second one is to be objective about you. Now, that sounds so easy. Whereas to be objective about yourself, not so much. I actually think that ties in with the last one, which is about asking your friends how they see you. Because it's quite hard to be objective about yourself. Whereas if you're asking your friends, so what do you think my strengths are? Where do you think my challenges are?
So about that, so something I actually I've done it myself on my MBA, and it's actually something that I do give in my branding workshop. It's an exercise that actually mixes between the two of them. So what I do is that I ask people to go ask families, colleagues, partners, which brand they think they are. And that's a very nice one.
Yeah.
So for example, one of my friends gave me Coca-Cola. But she saw Coca-Cola because it was very bubbly, like me,
Friends,
lots of
family,
energy,
yeah.
very mainstream, reaching out to so many type of people, the energy and things like that. And it was very interesting to see what she was thinking about that brand and what she was thinking about me. And what I like about it that, I can see what is the story that I'm telling and how people perceive it. And then I can see if there is a gap between how I perceive myself versus how my friends. And then I know if there is a gap. Okay, is it a gap because I don't perceive myself as I want to? Or they perceive me as something that I wish I was there but I'm not there, and then I know where to go to fix, and that's exactly it's a nice thing.
One of the exercises I've done recently, I've joined an organization called Say Yes on a part-time basis, and they do mentoring for young adults. And part of the process is I'm doing a training process to become a transitional specialist where I'm working with the mentors and the mentees, kind of in a nutshell, without going into too much detail. But the reason for me sharing this is because we did an exercise where we write down our strengths, so I wrote down maybe 5, and how they could be perceived by other people, because just because it's a strength, that doesn't mean it's perceived in the right way, and then how you would actually like it to be seen. And that was very, very valuable.
Nice.
So sitting in a room of people, because the way you come across is always in a way of kindness, caring, in an authentic, lovely way. But depending on what you've written down, or depending on what you're being, will depend on how someone else perceives it. But that's not actually how you want to be perceived. So it's quite that helps. So that kind of ties in with the second and the last one, the fourth one. And the third one is self-reflection.
That's actually not easy, and I think that's something that I usually do before my birthday. That's my time to self-reflect and see what have I done, what have not, what have I accomplished, if I'm where I want to be in life and how I grew or not. So I do it, close to my birthday.
And self-reflection is not about, oh, I'm so bad, I'm so terrible. It's not judging, it's not making yourself wrong. It's none of that. Self-reflection is like literally looking in and going, okay, so if I had to do this differently, or if I had to do this again, how would it be? It's self-reflection. It's not self-judgment or self-criticism. That's not what it is.
I think it's just to stop for a second, look in the mirror,
Yes.
and just see, okay, what am I saying? Is it, and then just decide with yourself, is that where you want to be? Yes, not, and and you just grow from here.
Yeah, make necessary changes.
That's the beauty in life. If you
Mm.
don't have those things to do, how are you going to improve? How are you going to grow in your journey?
Yeah.
And it's part of it. And you really, I think like that's why I all the time find myself that I'm growing. And that there's a reason why they call it growing pains.
Yes.
Because it is part of it. Like you are not thinking about it all the time, but because we're always so caught up in our routine and moving from one thing to another.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment that you can allow yourself just to sit down for a second and reflect and understand yourself and understand and check with some of your friends what they think about you, check what you think about yourself, try to understand if there are gaps, and if those are gaps is things that you want to fix, how you're going to fix it, and grow. And that's how you do it. And it's not only on the personal side, that's how you're going to grow in your business. Even on your business side, you need to learn to put a stop for a second and stop chasing all the time for the numbers. Stop.
The money and the numbers and the clients, and just be aware of who you're being in that process. Like who
you don't want to lose yourself. You always need to remind yourself in a business why you got into this business, and that's part of the reflection. Like if you lost your way over there, so why are you still there? What's the reason? And that's part of it, and that's part of the reflection, and that's part of like communicating with your friends and ask, am I the same person when I started the process? Have I got better? Have I improved myself? Or I actually got like backwards?
Yeah, so just to kind of summarize that, I think for everybody to, whether you can do all four, should we go through those four again?
Yes.
So the first one is keeping a journal.
Yes.
The second one is to be objective about yourself. The third one is self-reflection. And the fourth one is asking your friends. And don't be too sensitive. You're asking because you want valuable feedback to become more aware of who you're being.
But also when you ask your friends, I think it's very important to ask the right friends.
Yes.
Okay, so I can say that it's like when I go through something, I know exactly which friends I'm going to go to. And now the friends are going to tell you, oh, she's so nice. Like all the good things that I want to hear.
Yeah.
But I know that I've got certain friends that will know to tell me the truth in my face. And they will know how to say it in the right way. So that's like when you ask the people that you really know that will give you the honest truth.
With
and
kindness.
they will know how to, and also will know how to, but will know how to communicate it to you.
Yeah, to empower you.
Because not just to say to your friends, dude, you're fucking asshole and blah, 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 blah. It's just to tell you, listen, you can actually improve in doing this and this and this because this is how you behave recently and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's very important around that as well.
And next week, our topic is knowing yourself.
Yes.
Who are you? Do you know who you are?
So first you have self-awareness, and now once you got all of that part, now we can actually move to how to know yourself. Who are you?
Yes.
Because that's very important. We always forget to stop and ask ourselves.
Who are we? What do we want?
Yes. So we'll see you next week.
Yep. Thank you, Ryan. Bye.
Bye.